Hey guys, Lucy here. Carol mentioned that you wanted to see some ads. I just thought I'd go one step better than that because it really doesn't matter what ads look like if they're not getting you any kind of ROI and you don't understand them in context. So I'm sharing the details of one of our clients' accounts. Now, obviously, they're not based in London. They're not trying to scale anywhere near as aggressively as you, but it'll just give you an example. So for instance, so on this account right now, we are currently running 4 different variations of image and video ads. So whenever we have an image or video ad, we have within that ad variation 5 different headline variations and 5 different ad copy variations. So what that means is one of, like this one here, image ad 4, which is actually a video, but that represents 1 times 5 times 5 different optimizations, variations. So we're actually optimizing 100 different variations of ads here. That's why we do well, because we do enormous amounts of optimization. And again, on this instance, you can see, if I just move me over here, you can see we haven't got these 2 on because they weren't performing as we wanted them to. In fact, this one, you can see the cost of this one is starting to creep up a little bit. That's because it's a video. Videos tire quickly, but they are worth doing for short spells of time. And you can actually see Meta isn't spending any money yet at all on the other 2 because it's really liking what it's getting from these 2. I don't know how much you do or don't know about Meta, but in essence, we let Meta... we set our parameters the way we want to. We give Meta what it needs in terms of all the different optimizations. Like here, there's 100 different optimizations here that it can work with. And then Meta, when we feed it the right information, starts giving us what we want. So in terms of what they look like, if I just open up this one as an example, again, I don't know how much you guys do or don't know about how this stuff works, but this, for instance, is... it's not a video ad like someone talking to camera video. It's an image video ad. So this is an example of what an ad will look like. That's what it will look like on Facebook feed. It also shows you what it's going to look like on your Instagram feed. Just forgive this being slow whilst this loads up. It also shows you, it will start, the way we set Meta up, it starts doing stuff like this of its own accord, changing colours, changing button typefaces, because it works out what more people are clicking, what less people are clicking. Again, apologies for the slow internet. It shows you what it's going to look like in your Facebook stories, reels, etc. I'll just load up a few more so you can see. But it will take all of this, the way we've got it set up, and put it absolutely everywhere. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. But again, that's an example. That's kind of typical of what the ads look like. If I just move my face, I might be able to play that from here. Will that work? No, but you get the gist anyway. And again, as I was saying before, so these are the 5 different headline variations. Now, this person is offering a free smile transformation. You don't have to do that. That's just what this person is doing. They're based in Shipping Norton. And then we've got 5 different versions of the actual text. And then we've got all the different ways that the images will actually display. Okay, so if I just go back for a second and we just come back here, we can see that there's been, in the last 30 days, there's been 60 leads gathered. Again, bear in mind, these people aren't based in London and they're not trying to scale and grow the way you are, but 60 basically inquiries gathered. They've spent £900. But actually what matters is how many sales are coming from this. Now, I can send you the screenshots of this if you would like, but if I just look at my feed here, more than happy to send you screenshots. I will just have to black out patients' names, etc. But if I just look at my feed here, and I just do a quick add up of what they've done in the last 30 days. Sorry, bear with me. Here we go. So they've done a 10K treatment plan. They've done a 3,700 treatment plan, 10 to 12K treatment plan. This one's less certain, but because they don't quite know what they're doing, but it's minimum 9K. Could be 15 to 20K if the person's going to go down the implant route. 5 to 15k, because again, it depends on dentures versus implants. And one more person who I know is definitely going ahead with treatment, but I don't know what the treatment plan is. So if we look at that, we've got 5, even on the low end 9, that's 14, 10 to 12. So let's take the 10, that's 24, 3,700, so that's 27,700, and a 10k treatment plan there. So that is getting on for 40k. Now, again, let's be clear. This isn't in London. The numbers will be a bit different, but that is obviously there's our fees on top, but that is a whopping ROI in terms of the people that are coming through the door. And it's because we do so much optimization. We've got all of these different images, videos. When something doesn't work, we turn it off, etc., etc. And then in terms of where in fact, let me just show you quickly what we do with them. So I just come back in here. So when someone clicks one of these ads, they watch the video, they click the ad, they say, yeah, I want to, book in to get my, what's this one? Smile something consultation. But what we then do is what a lot of agencies will do, you may already know this, is they will just get someone to click a button on Meta, so on Instagram or Facebook, and then they'll use the information that is stored about that person, their name, their email, their phone number, and it will just then sort of dump them on a lead sheet and say, right, this person clicked your ad, call them because they're interested. They're not interested. What we do is we actually then take them through lots more steps to make sure they're a proper inquiry. So we make them confirm which of these 3 they are interested in. Then they have to confirm if they want work done within the next 30 days, 1 to 2 months, or 6+ months. If they put 6+ months, we don't take them to the next stage. We only want people looking to get work done very quickly or within 1 to 2 months. Then they have to populate all of this information again. So we don't just, we're making them submit their information, say, yes, I'm interested. I want my appointment confirmed. I want this. So it's making them raise their hand more often. This is just the privacy policy bit that you have to have. And then this one is basically you now need to select a date and time for your free smile transformation session. What we do on this particular account, in fact, this is their landing page here, is they then come here and they will book themselves in just because of the way this dental clinic is set up. What we much prefer to do, and what we'd definitely be doing with you, is we would then, even if they want to book themselves in to talk to us, we would then want to talk to them before they book themselves in for anything in clinic with somebody. So we would get them on the phone. We would be finding out more about them, etc., checking that they're based in the right area, checking they're financially qualified, checking they have the right level of motivation to go ahead and get the work done, and so on and so on. So I think that's probably a bit more than what you're actually asking for. But I always say when people want to see things like ads, I always say, well, I can show you ads, but pretty ads doesn't make money. What makes money is, again, if I just come back here, what makes money is this sort of thing. We have got 4 different images or videos here with 5 headline variations and with 5 copy variations. So there's 100 different optimizations happening here. And we just stay on top of this all of the time to make sure, like this one is starting to creep up. You can see the lead cost is starting to get more expensive. It's popular, but it's starting to get more expensive. We'll probably turn that off shortly because that's starting to creep up beyond where we want it to be. And also the other thing I would say is the numbers I was just giving you in terms of, the different value treatment plans that have come in the last 30 days from these ads. We've also got to remember, we've got 60 inquiries here. Now it's Tuesday today. The inquiries that came probably, we will follow up with inquiries for a week. So you'll still have maybe 15 of those 60 that we haven't even booked in yet for something. So there's more money in there again. So I know you just want to see the ads and the landing page, but I always think it's pointless showing you that because a nice graphic designer can just make pretty ads and landing pages. What we need to ensure is that we're getting an ROI here. So again, this clinic isn't based in London. They'll be very different to you, but you get the idea and you get that the ROI is coming through. So I hope that makes sense. Any questions at all, ask Carol, and then we can take things from there.